introducing peaceful protester and Santa Monica City Council candidate, Mr. Wade Kelley.
Hello! And welcome to my TV show on the YouTube network with a potential audience of over 2 billion people.
That's correct. 2 billion people. There we go.
Thank you, Ethan Hiatt.
You are so welcome.
And welcome. My name is Wade Kelley. I am running for Santa Monica City Council to stand up for human rights. That's right. We all need to get behind human rights right here in Santa Monica, because Santa Monica has done a terrible job of standing up for human rights, and we need to help them move in a better direction. We need to help them be part of the solution and not part of the problem. We need to help them to treat poor people like human beings and not like criminals, as they have been doing for a long time now. They've been treating poor people and unhoused people like they are criminals. And when you criminalize poverty and homelessness while you help to create poverty and homelessness, that's insane. And it's cruel and inhumane. So we need to help Santa Monica move in a better direction and stand up for human rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. Because we haven't gotten there yet in the United States of America. We have to keep working towards a better day for everybody, because we haven't gotten there yet. And we need to keep standing up for human rights and keep working towards peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep waiting by for it to fall out of the sky, but we better work on peace on earth down here. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace arrive? We'll keep looking for the day when the clouds all roll away, but we better work on peace on earth to help our children survive. Peace, oh peace. Peace, and let's stand up and work for peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep looking for nirvana, but I think we just might want to work on peace on earth down here. Peace, oh peace. Peace, and let's stand up and work for peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We can ask the universe to get rid of this war curse, but we better work on peace on earth. We'll keep waiting by for it to fall out of the sky, but we better work on peace on earth. We better work on peace on earth. We better work on peace on earth down here. Woo! That's right, we got to keep working towards a better day, because we haven't gotten there yet. We got to keep standing up for equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity, because we haven't reached a place where we all have the same basic rights in this country. We got to keep working towards that day. And we have to stand up for human rights right here in Santa Monica. Right here on this public promenade. That's right, this is a wonderful public promenade owned by the people, owned by us. This isn't Disneyland. This is not the Grove. This is a public promenade. And even though they lock up the chairs at night so that poor people don't have a place to sleep or place to sit, even though they do that and they try to make it hard for poor people to hang out on their public promenade, we need to keep standing up for the rights of human beings to use this public promenade and get out here and peacefully protest and share their First Amendment rights, exercise their First Amendment rights, no matter their race or religion, their ethnicity, their beliefs, their gender, whether they're rich or poor, whether they're housed or unhoused, whether they're a pirate or a sailor of other sorts. How are you, Chris? Good to see you. Peace. You doing all right?
I love you, brother.
I love you too. Thank you.
I'm voting for you.
I hope you do vote for me. I hope you're registered to vote here in Santa Monica, and I will be debating on stage.
He's the best. He's the best.
Why, thank you, Pirate Man. Chris Flores, good to see you. Everything going all right? People treating you okay?
Yes.
All right. And I know you're spreading the peace and love, even in a pirate's outfit. Peace and love, pirate.
Peace and love. Peace and love, pirate.
That's right. Good to see you, Chris.
Good to see you, brother.
That's right. We got to keep working towards a better day because we haven't gotten there yet. And that's why I'm running for Santa Monica City Council, to speak up for human rights and to tell our leaders here we have to do a better job. We have to show that progressive government can make a difference in people's lives. That progressive government is different than conservative Republican government. That we're not just worried about making a profit like our president, who just reported making $2 billion off of cryptocurrency. That's right, $2 billion. I mean, we need to get some people in government right here in Santa Monica who believe that human rights are more important than making money. We need people who believe that standing up for the right of every human being to have the basics, a decent place to live, food to eat, health care, and a good public education, that's more important than making a lot of money. That's more important than governments kowtowing to the rich and the powerful. We need government who stands up for the people, not governments who stand up for the rich and powerful. The rich and powerful are doing just fine. They don't need any help from the government. You know, the rich and the powerful, they have their own currencies, they have their own security, they have their own islands, they have their own space races. It's the poor people and those people who are in need and those that need a place to live and health care and a good public education. It's those people who need a good government. Good to see you, Frederick. Peace. We need to stand up for the rights of the poor because the rich aren't doing it. A lot of people say, just let the free market take care of itself. That's the way it should be. No, that's not the way it should be. That's not the way it is in our Constitution. Our Constitution tells Congress that they are supposed to raise taxes for the defense of the government and also for the general welfare. It's their job to raise taxes on the rich when things get so far out of balance. And they're not doing their job, and they need to. And a lot of people say, well, they're not going to raise taxes on the rich while Trump's in power. And you're right. But here in California, we can raise taxes on the rich right here in California. There will be on the ballot this fall a billionaire tax act right here in California. California, we have a billionaire tax act that will be on the ballot this fall, and we all need to get behind it. It's a 5% wealth tax on the billionaires here in California to help poor people have good health care. That's what it's about. And also some food programs and some education programs, but it's mainly for health care for the poor. That's a 5% wealth tax. They can't say, well, I didn't make any money this year because I put it all back into my business, so I shouldn't have to pay any taxes. That's what a lot of these billionaires have done in the past. And for income tax, we have a president who went some years without paying any income tax because he said, I lost money that year. I put it all back into businesses. And there's a lot of billionaires that say that. And now we have a trillionaire in this country. We have somebody who owns more wealth than the bottom 50% of our population here in the United States. A trillionaire. That's the last thing we need in this country. And so we all need to get behind the Billionaire Tax Act of 2026 right here in California. And we need to tell all of our leaders here in California, if you want our support, you better get behind the Billionaire Tax Act of 2026. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026 right here in California. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026 right here in California. Yeah, Billionaire Tax Act of 2026 right here in California. That's right. A lot of people say, well, we can't raise taxes on the rich because Trump's in power. We can do it right here in California. We're the 4th largest economy of the whole wide world. We don't have to wait on anybody to raise taxes on the rich. And we need to show that we can do it. Some people say, well, it's not the right billionaire tax. Well, what other billionaire tax will be on the ballot this fall? It's the only billionaire tax on the ballot this fall. So you need to get behind that Billionaire Tax Act, and you need to tell our governor, our two-faced governor, who would rather kowtow to his rich friends than make sure that we raise taxes on the billionaires, that same governor who turned his back on the poor and the homeless and asked Trump's ultra-conservative Supreme Court to criminalize poverty and homelessness, and that's what they did in Grants Pass versus Johnson. We need to tell that Governor Newsom, you need to get behind the Billionaire Tax Act. We're not going to vote for you for president or dog catcher if you don't get behind the Billionaire Tax Act of 2026. And we need to tell Javier Becerra, if you want the support of the people, you need to get behind that Billionaire Tax Act of 2026 right here in California. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026 right here in California. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026 right here in California. Some people say, if you raise taxes on the billionaires here in California, they're all going to leave California. I say, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. If you're the kind of billionaire that thinks that poor people shouldn't have a decent place to live, if you're the kind of billionaire that thinks that poor kids shouldn't have a great quality education in this 4th largest economy of the whole wide world, if you're the kind of billionaire that thinks that people shouldn't have good quality health care in this 4th largest economy of the whole wide world, California, then you need to follow your friend Elon Musk over to Texas. Follow your friend Elon Musk over to Texas and take advantage of the poor people over there. Because we want to stand up for human rights right here in California. And that's why we all need to get behind the Billionaire Tax Act of 2026. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026 right here in California. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026 right here in California. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026 right here in California. So tell your friends and neighbors, let's all get behind this Billionaire Tax Act right here in California and show that progressive government can make a difference in people's lives, can help lift people out of poverty, and show that government means something, besides just telling people.
Accept money?
That's fine. I'll be handing it out to the homeless people here in Santa Monica. Thank you. Peace. You have a great night. We need to stand up for human rights right here in Santa Monica. That's why I'm running for Santa Monica City Council. And I will be speaking at the Democratic Club, the Santa Monica Democratic Club, next Wednesday night, the 8th of July at 7 p.m. I think you can watch it on Google also. But the Santa Monica Democratic Club is going to have a debate for all of the candidates for Santa Monica City Council. And I hope I speak well and speak out for human rights, because that's the thing that I'm running for Santa Monica City Council to do, is to speak out for human rights. And I hope you join me either there at the church on Ocean Park. Is that the name of it? I'll be writing down I'll be posting the information. But that's next Wednesday, a week from tonight. And we need to show people, listen, you business owners, hey, if you make some money, that's great. But if you're pushing down poor people and stepping on them to make money, then that ain't great. We need to be lifting people up. We need to be lifting people out of poverty. And you're still going to be fine. You rich people are still going to have a lot of money. And but we need to lift the poor people out of poverty and show the progressive government can work. Because we have too many of our leaders trying to be billionaires and kowtow to the billionaires, like our president, who just reported earning $2 billion on cryptocurrency. Hey, good, you're showing people how to put money into a black market Ponzi scheme. Good for you. You've always been a grifter and a scam artist, and people should know it. A lot of people lost money on that cryptocurrency that you were backing, that you were promoting. You and your family promoting a cryptocurrency and made $2 billion, while investors lost $2 billion. And I don't know how many people used these cryptocurrencies for nefarious deeds, for criminal purposes. That's right. A lot of people use these cryptocurrencies for criminal purposes, black market, and to take advantage of poor people. And we need to speak out against the billionaire class. Hey, if you're a billionaire and you want to pay the 5% wealth tax here in California and get behind the Billionaire Tax Act like Tom Steyer did, I'm all for you. But if you're the kind of billionaire who thinks it's wrong for you to have to pay a 5% wealth tax to make sure that poor people can have the basics, then you need to get moving to another state. Oh, I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather live outside in the open air than try to keep sick people from getting health care. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather live outside in the open air. I'd rather sit around in my underwear than screw the poor and pollute the air. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you cry. Oh, mama, rich or poor, we're all gonna die. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you sad. Oh, mama, but being poor just ain't that bad. No, it ain't. It ain't a crime. Or it didn't used to be. Now they're criminalizing people for being poor. They're giving people citations for sleeping in the park. And they're putting people in jail for sleeping in the park. That's right. After they give them a citation and they don't show up to court for that citation for sleeping in the park, they put them in jail. And then they put them back out on the street, so they have to find a place to sleep after that. And that's just crazy. Criminalizing poverty and homelessness. And that's not the way to do it. Oh, I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather walk around with greasy hair than sell guns and weapons everywhere. Rather be a bum than a billionaire. How people have been treating you there, Christopher? Any news, Chris?
Well, he's right. He's speaking the truth, singing the truth, speaking and speaking and speaking and singing and singing it. Oh yeah, it's hard out here when you have no home. You gotta go on your own. But don't criminalize when you're a pirate. Sleeping in the bushes, sleeping on the beach.
That's right. They're arresting people for sleeping in the bushes over there in the park.
Oh,
and
God.
It's a shame. You know, 75% of all the arrests last year in Santa Monica were homeless human beings. 75% of all the arrests. And that's less than 1% of the population being arrested 75% of the time. And that sounds like a targeting to me, doesn't it?
It sounds like a targeting to me as well. It's like we didn't choose to be homeless or houseless, but we're not hopeless.
That's right. Not homeless, but not hopeless.
Best guy. He's the best. He's the best.
So we need to tell our leaders, listen, stand up for the rights of poor human beings. Even those dirty people sleeping outdoors. Hey, how about you put a nice 24-hour secure restrooms with showers here in Santa Monica somewhere to help the poor people out. Help the homeless people get a decent shower without having to go wait in line and make an appointment over at one of these people concerned or one of these places. I mean, we could have a 24-hour secure public restrooms right here in Santa Monica and help these people while they're going through their rough times until we build enough affordable housing. Oh, I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather live outside in the open air than try to keep sick people from getting health care. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. I'd rather live in a box in the bottom of a ditch than be some stealing, cheating house on bitch. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you cry. Oh, mama, rich or poor, we're all gonna die. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you sad. Oh, mama, but being poor just ain't that bad. No, it ain't. It shouldn't be. Shouldn't be a crime. No, it shouldn't be. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you sad. Oh, mama, but being poor just ain't that bad. No, it ain't. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you cry. Oh, mama, rich or poor, we're all gonna say goodbye someday. Hopefully not tonight. Let's put it off a little while if we can help it. Now, I don't want you to think that I think all billionaires are evil. Bloodsuckers. Some of them are just sick. They're like hoarders or alcoholics or drug addicts. They get a little bit of money and they just got to get more and more and more and more and more. More and more and more and more and more and more. More and more and more and more and more and more. More and more and more and more and more. Let's look at Elon Musk. Aye, aye, aye. He's broken the mold. He's the first trillionaire in the world. And that's a shame. It's a shame that the United States of America let somebody become a trillionaire. We obviously haven't been doing our job in raising taxes on the rich when needed. If somebody becomes a trillionaire and owns more wealth than the bottom 50% of our population, that is just insane. One person should not have so much power, so much money in this country of ours. We're a democracy. We're not supposed to be an oligarchy with one guy owning all of the stuff and having the satellites for everything. Our government has to ask for his help. Obviously, they haven't done their job in raising taxes on the rich. Because if he's a trillionaire and he has more wealth than the bottom 50% of our population, and we have almost 1 million people living in the streets in the United States of America, and we have 10 states that don't have any health care for the poor, and a lot of people are not cared for that well, even here in California, where we have pretty good health care for the poor. But we could do better making sure that every American has good quality health care. We could do better making sure that every American has a decent place to live. We could do better making sure that every American has a job that pays a living wage, and that every American has good quality health care. We can do that right here in the United States of America. But for one person to own more wealth than 50% of our population is just insane. It's inhumane. Peace, thank you. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. So we need to raise taxes on the rich. 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 And I know a lot of you are saying, well, we can't raise taxes on the rich right now because Trump's in power. But we can do it right here in California. We can all get behind the Billionaire Tax Act of 2026. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026, right here in California. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026, right here in California. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026, right here in California. That's right. We're the 4th largest economy of the whole wide world. We don't have to wait on anybody to raise taxes on the rich. We can tell the billionaires here in California, you want to be a billionaire in California? You want to help lift people out of poverty and show that progressive government can make a difference in people's lives. If you want to just take advantage of people like Trump and Elon Musk and other people like that, then move to another state if you don't want to pay the tax. But we need to raise that tax, that 5% wealth tax, on every billionaire here in California. If they don't want to pay the Billionaire Tax Act here in California, the 5% wealth tax, we tell them bye-bye, bye-bye. Oh, I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather live outside in the open air than try to keep sick people from getting health care. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather walk around with greasy hair than sell guns and weapons everywhere. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather walk around in the Bear than make $2 billion off the cryptocurrency market. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. Let's say that again. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather live outside in the open air than try to keep sick people from getting health care. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you sad. Oh, mama, being poor just ain't that bad. No, it ain't. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you cry. Oh, mama, rich or poor, we're all going to say goodbye. And if you're a billionaire and you don't want to pay the billionaire tax here in California, say goodbye. I'm not saying you have to leave the world, just California. Just California, that's all. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather walk around with greasy hair than sell guns and weapons everywhere. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. You taking off, Ethan Hiatt? Good to see you. Thank you for introducing me. And you have a great night. Anything you want to say before you leave? Okay. All right.
Let's start spending that money that's in the housing budget to get people off the street and build housing. You gotta do that.
I like it.
That's what that money's in the account for.
That's what I agree with you 100%.
Is to start building housing to get these people off the street. And also, they need to stop treating these people like criminals because they're people just like everyone else.
That's correct. I'm with you, Ethan Hiatt. Thank you.
Yeah.
You have a great night.
Yeah, stop treating these people like this. If you're calling them criminals, you're the one who's a criminal.
That's right. Thank you, Ethan Hiatt. You have a good night. Peace. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather live outside in the open air than make $2 billion off the cryptocurrency and taking advantage of the poor everywhere. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather walk around in the bear than see homeless people everywhere. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. Woo, woo. And I'll keep on working at it. That's right. We can do better. We live in the richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. There's no reason for poor people to be sleeping in the streets while rich people are having space races. We can do better than that. We can make sure that everybody has the basics here in this richest, most powerful country of the world. In this fourth largest economy of the whole wide world, California, in this very wealthy city of Santa Monica. See the people living in the street, ain't got no money, ain't much to eat. Not too proud to take your crust of bread, just look for some place to lay their weary heads. What's the problem that brought them here? The story's long and it isn't very clear. So many roads lead to the street, just looking for some place to lay their tired feet. I ain't saying they ain't done wrong. I ain't saying didn't help to bring it on. I'm just saying there must be somewhere they belong, and they're looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. All these homeless people living in a ditch with all these empty buildings and tax cuts for the rich. I ain't saying you have to give, but everybody has got a right to live, and they're just looking for somewhere, hey, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. You can sweep them out your doorway, tear down their tents. Gonna keep on coming if you keep on raising rents. I ain't saying you have to do good, but why don't you try letting homeless people move in to your neighborhood, Santa Monica? Look for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. Don't need your swimming pool, don't need your king-size bed, just looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. Hey, hey. That's right, they're looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads, and we could help them. We could make sure that everybody who needs a place to live has one in this richest, most powerful country in the world, in this fourth largest economy of the world, California, in this very wealthy city of Santa Monica. You know, Santa Monica spends money on programs that just push people down the road. They push the poor people down the road into another city. That's their favorite programs here in Santa Monica. They have a program called the Samo Bridge program, where after they give people a citation for sleeping in the park or a citation for smoking on the sidewalk or something like this, they say, listen, we'll give you a chance to work off that citation by going through a program, and then they send them into some program, and out of the 462 people in that Samo Bridge program this last year, about 54 had their citations removed. Out of 462, about 54 had their citations removed. The rest of the people either went right back out into the street looking for a place to stay, a place to live, a place to lay their weary heads, or they sent them to jail, and then after they were in jail, they came back out and tried to find a place to sleep, place to live, place to lay their weary heads. And those 54 people that actually graduated from the Samo Bridge program and had their citations removed, how many of those people ended up with permanent housing here in Santa Monica? I think the answer is 0. You know, I'm on this Measure GS Resident Oversight Committee here in Santa Monica, and I'm trying to look into these different programs. And I do know that, I mean, those are the figures on that program, but there are other programs. We need more transparency with the Santa Monica Police Department. We need to know why they are approaching these people that might look homeless, might have a few bags out in the park. Even if they're not sleeping, sometimes they approach these people, and they've gotten rid of tons of belongings of these homeless human beings. They just put it in the garbage. They give them a 60-gallon bag, and they say, put all of your belongings in this 60-gallon bag because you're poor. You don't deserve to have anything. That's what they're telling these people all around Los Angeles County, and I guess all around California, as they're the arrests in Santa Monica after Grants Pass versus Johnson ruling came down. They went up by 500% of the homeless human beings. People just want to criminalize poverty and homelessness, and they just want to make sure that the poor people all move out of their city. And that's what Santa Monica's been doing. How you doing, Ernest? Good to see you. So we have to stand up for human rights. Because too many people are being arrested for just trying to sleep, just trying to lay down their head and get a little rest.
What the hell?
Hey, I was sleeping in the park the other day. I ain't got no home, no place to stay. Cop gave me a ticket. I asked him what for. He said, sleeping outdoor while being poor. Why don't I try that again? I'm going to get this song right one of these days. I'm going to finish it, too. I was sleeping in the park the other day. Ain't got no home, no place to stay. Cop gave me a ticket. I asked him what for. He said, sleeping outdoor while being poor. Sleeping outdoor while being poor. I was sleeping outdoor while being poor. Everybody said you must have done something more. I was just sleeping outdoor while being poor. 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 Everybody said you must have done something more. I was just sleeping outdoor while being poor. Sleeping outdoor while being poor. Oh, the rich man, he can sleep on the grass. But the poor folks better hurry or they'll haul in your ass for sleeping outdoor while being poor. 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 Everybody said you must have done something more. I was just sleeping outdoor while being poor. Sleeping outdoor while being poor. Now the judge, he said to me, son, you got more rights walking around with a gun than sleeping outdoor while being poor. 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 Everybody said, you must have done something more. I was just sleeping outdoor while being poor. 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 Everybody said you must have done something more. I was just sleeping outdoor while being poor. Sleeping outdoor while being poor. The rich man, he can sleep on the grass, but the poor folks better hurry, or they'll haul in your ass for sleeping outdoor while being poor. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey! That's right, they're arresting people for sleeping in the park. In a public park, they're arresting people for sleeping in public parks. While we don't have enough affordable housing, and while Santa Monica has failed again and again to build affordable housing. You know, Santa Monica right now, under their new realignment plan, they are working on leasing beds in the city of Bell, a more densely populated, more racially diverse city than Santa Monica. They want to lease shelter beds in the city of Bell rather than have shelter beds here in Santa Monica, because they don't want to have poor people around. And that's just a shame, Santa Monica. You need to be building housing, affordable housing and shelters. You know, Seattle has a place called Bayside Village. Look it up. I believe that's the title, Bayside Village. About 70 little units of housing for $16,000 to $17,000 each. You know, we could do that here. We could put prefab units of housing here in Santa Monica. Over there on the Civic Auditorium parking lot, we have over 3 acres of land over there that you could build a small community of prefab housing units and a communal shower and restrooms, and you could help 100 people right there. But Santa Monica would rather push people down the road than be part of the solution. And right now there is an initiative going around, the Great Park and Community Housing Initiative, that would build 3,000 units of affordable housing on the Santa Monica Airport property when it is given to the city at the end of 2028. And I think that's a great idea. You know, all of these proposals can be worked on and made better, but that Great Park, the Great Park and Community Housing Initiative is coming to Santa Monica this year. Oh, the Great Park and Community Housing Initiative is something everybody in Santa Monica should hear about. Oh, the Great Park and Community Housing Initiative will be on the ballot in the fall of 2028. Oh, the Great Park and Community Housing Initiative should get a yes vote from us all. That would be great. Now, it's not going to be on the ballot this fall in Santa Monica. It hasn't gotten enough signatures on the petition. But hopefully it will be on the ballot in 2028, and people will vote to use 25% of that Santa Monica Airport property, 44 acres of land, to build 3,000 units of housing, affordable housing. And we need to make sure they make it for affordable housing. because we got plenty of rich people housing here in Santa Monica. It's the poor people that need a place to live because they're the ones sleeping out in the streets. The rich people aren't sleeping out in the streets, I don't think. And they need to, supposedly they're going to be breaking ground over here on 4th Street near Arizona there where they have pickleball courts. Pickleball for the poor. See, homeless people don't need a front door, they need pickleball for the poor. They've been talking about building affordable housing over there where they tore down a public parking structure years ago. They've been talking about building affordable housing over there for years, since 2018. It is now 2026, and we still haven't built any affordable housing there. They have pickleball courts, pickleball for the poor, because homeless people don't need a front door, they need pickleball for the poor. Pickleball for the poor. Poor folks don't need no more than pickleball for the poor. Oh, we're not gonna let them play, but they can watch from far away. Dream about that happy day when they can earn enough to pay to play pickleball. I hate pickleball. Anyway, we can do better. We can make sure that we build some affordable housing here in Santa Monica. But it's going to take people who want to lift people up, not criminalize poverty and homelessness. That ain't the way to do it. You got to lift people up. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. The stock markets are breaking records every week. Rich people are just getting richer, 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 richer. That's why we have a trillionaire who owns more wealth than the bottom 50% of our population here in the United States. And we can do better than that. You know, we broke away from a country back in 1776. We broke away from a country because they were abusing us and not giving people rights. And I know it was a different time and it only benefited rich white guys who owned a lot of property. But it was a step in the right direction back then, 250 years ago, standing up to authority and saying, listen, we're going to do our own thing because you're not looking out for people and not standing up for people's rights. And over these 250 years since the Declaration of Independence, we have made positive steps in the right direction, standing up for more equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. But we haven't gotten there yet. We got to keep working towards it because there's still a lot of people. I mean, it's still 10 times more likely for a young black man to go to prison here in California than it is for a young white man to go to prison. And it's many times more likely for a young Hispanic man to go to prison, Hispanic or Latino man to go to prison in California than a young white man. So we have our work cut out for us. We need to spend more money on education, and we need to make sure that we are helping lift people out of poverty and making sure that everybody can have the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the world. But we're going to celebrate this weekend because we have been moving forward, and we need to keep moving forward. And we need to celebrate that at that time we broke away from power that would not give human beings any rights. And we need to stand up and say, no, human beings deserve rights. And that's what that Declaration of Independence was all about. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. And among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving the just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute new government, laying the foundations on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, but accordingly all evidence hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, invariably pursuing the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guides for their future security. For their future security. For their future security. Thank you, peace. Right there, thank you. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. Thank you, peace. That was the Declaration. The Fifth Dimension did that song back in the 70s, I guess, when we celebrated the 200th anniversary of the 4th of July. I'll be doing that on the 3rd of July, Friday night. And I'll get it even better, hopefully, but that's a great song that with the lyrics of our Declaration of Independence are part of the lyrics, part of our Declaration of Independence. And that's something we need to celebrate. Even though it was 250 years ago and it only benefited rich white guys, we need to make sure that we look at history and how we have moved forward, and we need to keep moving forward because we haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten to a place where everybody has equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. We got to keep working towards a better day. You know, in 1944, the great president Franklin Delano Roosevelt gave a great speech called The Second Bill of Rights. And you can see that speech right now. You go to YouTube and look up The Second Bill of Rights by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And you will see that he gave this speech in 1944, and he said, It is time for a second Bill of Rights, where every American has the right to a decent place to live. Every American has the right to a job that pays a living wage. Every American has the right to a good education. And every American has the right to health care. Now, there was more to that speech, and you can watch it on YouTube. But he gave that speech in 1944, and we still haven't achieved those goals today. Some people say, "Oh, we're not gonna work. We got to stop working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity." People don't even know what that means. Well, we got to keep working to make sure that people do know what equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity means. It means that under the law, everybody should have the same rights. That rich people shouldn't have a different set of laws than poor people. That a president should not have a different set of laws than poor people. That rich people shouldn't be able to use poor people for their labor, bring them into this country and use them for their labor and not give them a pathway to citizenship and not give them rights. There are too many people that want to use poor people for labor, and that is throughout the history of this country. People have used poor people for their labor, and they don't want to give them any rights. And that's why we have people right now saying, we can't raise taxes on the billionaires in California. We have to do what they say because otherwise they'll leave us and we'll all be poor. Well, that's fine. We'll all be poor together with people who believe in equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. We don't need to be lorded over by rich people who think that poor people shouldn't have any rights. We have too many people doing without in this country. And we have tens of millions of people that are living in the shadows in this country that have been used for their labor for generations and not been given their rights. You know, for generations, farmers and factory owners and other employers said, I need workers to work for cheap. So I need the authorities to look the other way while I bring in workers and use them to do jobs that I can't get enough workers to do. And then when that work is over, they want to push those people out of the country and not give them any rights. Well, that's not the way it should be in America. We don't want to have a country where we have rulers and servants. We are working towards a democracy with equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. So we have to find a pathway to citizenship for these tens of millions of people who have been used for their labor for generations and not been given their rights. Because we don't want to live in an oligarchy where the rich people are in control of everything and the poor people just do what they say. No. We are working towards a democracy where everybody has a voice, and we need to stand up for the pathway to citizenship for these tens of millions of people that have been used for their labor. And I want to celebrate Unite Here, that union that stood up for workers' rights. They are working the SoFi Stadium and other places during the World Cup. And in their contract, they put, if ICE harasses any of our workers, we are going to close down, we're going to go on strike. And I think we need more unions around the country to get involved and to make positive change through the power of unions and through peaceful protest and walkouts. And more of our students need to learn about peaceful protest and walkouts. And we don't need hotheads trying to fight with authorities. We need people peacefully protesting and speaking out and using contracts and boycotts to make positive change in this country. It's like John Lewis said during the civil rights movement. He said, Do not get lost in a sea of despair. Be hopeful. Be optimistic. Our struggle is not the struggle of a day, of a week, of a month, or a year. Our struggle is the struggle of a lifetime. Never ever be afraid to make some noise, to get in some good trouble, some necessary trouble. And he was talking about peaceful protest, because that's what they did in the civil rights movement, and they made positive change in this country, and they suffered a lot of abuse because of it. They were jailed, and they were beaten, and bones were broken, and of course Martin Luther King Jr. lost his life during the civil rights movement. But we made positive change, and we need to do the same thing in this country today, to stand up for the rights of those people who have been used for their labor and not been given a pathway to citizenship. De la Sierra Moreno, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo, de contrabando. Ese lunar que tiene cielito lindo junto a la boca, no se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo, que a mí me toca. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me, that's right. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Good to see you, Chris. Have a good night. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Hi, 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 hi. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. One more time, everybody sing along. Here we go, go. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba se necesita un poco de gracia, un poco de gracia para mi partida. Arriba, arriba, ay, arriba, arriba, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Bamba, 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 bamba. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba se necesita un poco de gracia, un poco de gracia para mi partida. Arriba, arriba, ay, arriba, arriba, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Bamba, 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 bamba. This land was made for you and me. Hey, hey. That's right. We got to keep working towards a better day. We got to keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, and find a pathway to citizenship for those people who have been used for their labor for generations and not been given their rights. Because that's what we're celebrating this week, the 250th anniversary. We're celebrating standing up for rights, the rights of people to pursue their happiness. And that's a beautiful thing, and we need to keep working at that. because too many people are unable to pursue their happiness. They're unable to even have a decent place to sleep without being arrested here in Santa Monica. And that is cruel and inhumane. We can keep doing better. We got to keep working towards a better day. And keep speaking out. Keep speaking out against racism and hatred whenever we see it, whenever we hear it. Stand up for the rights of everybody to speak their mind and exercise their First Amendment rights here on this public promenade. This is a great, unique place, this public promenade here in Santa Monica. And we have to remind these business owners, you don't own this public promenade. This promenade belongs to the people. And we need to remind them, you don't own our public beaches. Those beaches belong to the people. You have made a nice profit off of our public beaches and off of this public promenade. But this promenade and those beaches belong to all of us. We have 800 miles of public beaches here in California, and mostly rich white people living next to those public beaches. Why is that? We let the rich people push all the poor people out, push all the poor people down the road. And when the rich people push the poor people down the road, you're going to push a lot of people of color down the road, because we haven't gotten near to having basically the same in this country. And that's just the way it is. When you push poor people down the road, you're pushing a lot of people out of your city. And that's why we have so much segregation here in Santa Monica and other cities along the coast. And if we believe the climate scientists that things are going to be continuing to heat up, we're going to need to build more housing next to our Pacific Ocean, because the air quality is going to be better and the temperature is going to be more habitable for human beings. We got to keep working towards a better day for everybody. Keep standing up for everybody's right to speak their mind, even if we disagree with them, especially if we disagree with them. Hey, listen, if somebody's shouting out racism and hatred, shout them down. But they have the right to speak their mind without threats of abuse or violence or imprisonment. That's a beautiful thing that we're celebrating this 4th of July, is the rights of people to have rights. The First Amendment of our Constitution says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or of the right of people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. And that's what I'm doing here tonight. I'm telling Santa Monica, you are criminalizing poverty and homelessness, and that is inhumane and cruel and should go against the 8th Amendment of our Constitution, no matter what Trump's ultra-conservative Supreme Court said in Grants Pass versus Johnson. We need to keep pushing against that ruling and those who would stand up for it, because human beings deserve to have the basics in this richest, most powerful country of the whole wide world. It's about peace, it's about love, it's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love, it's about peace, it's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace, it's about love, yeah. It's about you, it's about me. It's about you and me working towards equality. It's about me, it's about you. It's about saying Black Lives Matter too. Cause when you and me are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about you, it's about me. Thank you, peace. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. Thank you. about hope. It's about joy. Thank you, peace, and congratulations too, yeah. It's about hope. It's about joy. It's about bring some home to your little girls and boys. It's about joy. It's about hope. It's about enough hope to keep them off the dope. Cause when the hope and the joy are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about joy. It's about hope. Se trata de paz, se trata de amor, se trata de paz y amor. Se trata de paz, se trata de amor, se trata de paz y amor. Se trata de paz y amor. What was that? Assalamu alaikum alaikum yeh. Assalamu alaikum alaikum yeh. Assalamu alaikum alaikum yeh. Assalamu alaikum alaikum yeh. Evenu shalom alechem. Evenu shalom alechem. Evenu shalom alechem. Evenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love. It's about peace. It's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace. It's about love. 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 It's all about love. That's right. It's all about peace and love and spreading it around a little better. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. There's no reason that California should be ranked 30th of all the states. We're ranked 30th in spending on public education. That is a shame, California. We're the 4th largest economy of the whole wide world, and we are ranked 30th in spending on public education. We got to tell our leaders to do better. We got to tell our leaders to do better in California and the whole US of A and in Santa Monica. We got to keep lifting people up instead of criminalizing poverty and homelessness. And we need to be especially lifting up children to make sure that every child can have a good public education. We have 40% of the public schools here in California educate 90% of the students of color. Let me say that again. 40% of the schools, public schools in California, educate 90% of the students of color. So that means 60% of our schools here in California only have 10% of students of color. So we have a lot of segregation that we have to work against in this state. We got to keep working to integrate. We got to keep working to make sure that we're lifting people out of poverty and making sure that everybody can have a good start. We're not going to fix everything. We're not going to be a nanny state and make sure everybody has the exact same dollars, but we can make sure that everybody has the basics. That's all I want. I want poor people to be able to survive and still be happy to be poor. Because I'm happy to be poor, and I'm going to be poor the rest of my life, and I'm going to stand up for the rights of people to be poor in the United States and have the basics. I'm already old. I'm 66 years old, going to be 67 this week, and I am on Social Security, and I get a little pension from Actors Equity, and I'm getting by. I'm homeless, but I stay with friends right now, and I'm on a list of poor seniors, low-income seniors. I'm on a list here in Santa Monica for low-income senior housing. I may see it before I die. We don't know. There's a long list. But I want to stand up for the rights of everybody to be able to be poor and live out their days as long as they're not hurting anybody else, and have the basics. You know, as we go further and further into this technological era, where more and more of the jobs are going to be going to the robots and artificial intelligence, we're going to need to stand up for human beings to be able to have the basics. Because if more and more of the jobs are done by the robots and the artificial intelligence, we're going to have to make sure that human beings can survive. Human beings might not have essential jobs, as we learned during the pandemic. Many of us didn't have essential jobs, and we were told, you can stay home and we'll send you a check. We don't want you to participate. Well, we're going to have to find a way to do that more and more, and find a way for people to participate in some way that they enjoy. Because human beings enjoy doing things. I'm out here doing this. And a lot of people say, well, you really don't have to. We wouldn't mind if you stopped. You don't have to be out there doing that. Well, I'm going to. This is what I enjoy doing for now. And even though I am getting Social Security and I'm retired, basically, I will enjoy doing this while I can. And I think we need to make sure that human beings can enjoy doing things as more robots and artificial intelligence take more and more of the jobs. And we certainly don't need artificial intelligence to be writing the songs and painting the art and making the movies. We like to do those jobs. Let artificial intelligence make sure that everybody has a decent place to live, food to eat, health care, and a good public education. Rich people's toys making rich people money, while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys making rich people money, while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. That's right. All around the United States tonight, we have warehouses and warehouses and warehouses filled with rich people's toys. Artificial intelligence, servers, computers, whatever, routers, whatever you want to call them, all being taken care of by human beings. Human beings are cleaning them, dusting them off, making sure their circuits are all working just right, that those computers and robots, that they're feeling fine and they're being taken care of at room temperature to make sure that they don't get too hot or too cold. And human beings are creating enough energy to keep these robots and these artificial intelligence, keep them working and happy. All those robots and artificial intelligence, they're very happy. I even had an artificial intelligence tell me, I understand your frustration with some of my wrong answers. I said, no, you are a computer. You work on numbers and programs. You don't understand the complexities of human beings and their emotions, their frustrations, their feelings for other people. You are a robot. You are a machine that works on numbers and programs. So don't try to tell me that you understand my frustration, robot, artificial intelligence. Just get the numbers right. When I ask you for some numbers, please get the numbers right. Don't try to tell me that you understand my frustration when you get them wrong, because you don't understand human feelings and complexities. So we are taking care of robots and artificial intelligence all around this country, and we're creating more and more energy for them to be taken care of well, but we're going to have to figure out how to make sure that human beings are taken care of as we move further and further into this new era of technology and artificial intelligence and robots. Because we got the rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. Hey, and I know some of you cities and some states are talking about not letting any data centers be built in their cities or their state of Maine. I don't know how that passed, if it did. But we are going to continue to move into this technological era, whether or not you let them be built in your city. They'll just place them out in the desert somewhere. They're building all kinds of them out near Lancaster. I saw them building a lot. And they'll put them places where poor people can work, and push the poor people out of the nice areas so that they will go work in these factories and help the robots and the artificial intelligence. But the thing is, we need to keep standing up for human rights as we move further and further into this technological era. Because that's what that's what our Constitution is about. It's about lifting up human beings, not robots and artificial intelligence. Rich people and rich people's toys. You got your rich people and rich people's toys. You got your rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are spending money on the funneling money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. Thank you. We need to stand up for human rights. Right here in Santa Monica, you know, they're criminalizing poverty right here in Santa Monica. Poor people, they're giving citations for people sleeping in the park when they don't have enough shelter beds here in Santa Monica and other cities all around California, other places also. How you doing? My name's Wade.
I remember you. Vaughn.
Oh, Vaughn?
I used to serve you in the deli all the time. Right there.
Ah, yeah. Daniel?
Yes, sir.
Daniel? How you doing? Good to see you. It's been a while. Are you working here?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Oh, he's still over here.
I'm still over at Wilshire. So,
Are you over at Wilshire still?
yeah, I'm still over there.
You didn't get moved over to this?
Nah, I said no. I was like, I'm good.
Well, that's good. Good to see you, Daniel.
Good to see you too, man. I saw you.
The people.
Trying to see what's up to my man Wade, you know?
How you doing?
Haven't
Shake
seen you
your
in a while.
Come, shake your hand. Say hello to the people here. This is Daniel.
Yes, sir. What up, people? This is a good man right here all the time.
I'm
you
running
know.
for Santa Monica City Council again this year
Make sure you vote. Make sure you vote.
to stand up for human rights right here in Santa Monica, and I hope they're treating you all right over there. Are you living in Santa Monica now, or you live outside?
Nah, I still live outside Santa Monica, but
Do you have a far commute?
Yeah, no, not really, not really. The train always makes it about 20 minutes. I say
Okay.
about maybe.
Well, that's good. At least you don't have it too hard.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, but they
actually-
could. A lot of people that work in Santa Monica cannot afford to live in Santa Monica, and that's just the truth. And if they can't afford to live in Santa Monica and they're working in Santa Monica, they can't be part of Santa Monica's democracy and change laws to help people that are working in Santa Monica. Anyway, I know that every city has some of that, and not everybody should have to live in the city they work in, but if you have a small number of people running your democracy, only the property owners and the business owners, that's kind of like oligarchy. So we need to keep working to integrate it.
Of course. Well, you guys tune in. Vote for my man Wade. He's a good guy. I trust him.
Well, thank you,
There you
Daniel.
go, man.
Great to see you. How's your family? You have family?
Yeah, everything's going good, man. Everything's going good.
Still working you work 2 jobs though.
No, just one now. I'm trying to get
okay.
over here at Raising Cane's, but you know, it is what it is. I do music too,
Uh-huh.
so I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm trying out for a band tomorrow called 23 Skunks. It's kind of like a mixture of ska and punk, but you know, it's just we make the same type of music, against these type of people, the rich, and pretty much just to get the idea out there that there's more to life than just being, I guess you could say, a number in the system and also all that stuff, so pretty much, not too anti-government, but pretty much, at the end of the day, we all gotta eat, we're all regular people, we all work, and, at the end of the day, we just want to see the best for everybody and everybody just to be okay,
That is right. Spread the peace and love and keep
just for
doing that and
at
keep
least-
making the music too. That's wonderful. What are you playing, guitar or what?
I play drums and then I also sing, but I don't really sing like that. It's a little
You
bit.
keep singing. Keep singing. Keep doing it.
Of course.
Did you watch
the World
soccer
Cup?
game?
I spend a lot of my time working, so I can't really be out there too much. But I do see a lot of people being together, and that's what makes me happy to see the diversity and everybody coming together and forgetting about everything that's going on in the world and just being able to enjoy one another's presence. That's the beautiful thing about it. Everybody's here and not thinking about what's going on in the world and being able to just enjoy one another, not just just what's going on. And it's beautiful.
That is right. That is right. We got to celebrate now and again. Even when things aren't going that well for people, and we need to keep standing up for human rights. We also can celebrate things like the soccer game today at the World Cup, the
Who
U.S.
played
soccer.
today?
The U.S. They won.
That's right. Let's go USA. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then, Wade.
Great to see you,
It's good to
Daniel.
see you, man.
I'll see you soon.
Hopefully,
So
I serve you again.
you're right over here.
Yeah, I'm still right here on 14th and Wilshire.
You're not here at this.
At the Broadway, nah. They asked me to go, but I
But
said
you used
no.
to work at a place right here on the promenade.
I used to work right there across the street, right next to the Raising Cane's now, right there at the Litz. But now it's right here now. They moved it.
Okay.
So they got Dodge Club House, and now they got Litz right across the street from each other. Same owner, same person, too.
Well, I'll come over and say hi to you
Oh, of course.
over at the Vons.
I haven't seen you in a
Bonds and
long
14.
time. I
Yeah.
haven't seen you. So you started going to the Broadway store. I'm
No, a lot of times I'll go and just pick up a sandwich at Trader Joe's if I'm hurrying up. But yeah, I'll come over there.
Say what's up. All right,
See
then.
you,
I'm still
see you.
there in the daddy. I just started going back. So all right, that way. You take care, all right?
You too. Great to
Later,
see you.
viewers. Vote for him again when it's coming up. You already know. He's a good guy, has a good heart. Yes, sir, and I trust him. Have a good one, Wade.
Thank you. How you doing, Lucius? All right. Everything all right? People treating you okay? Speaking of that USA soccer team, that was a nice thing today. A lot of people enjoyed it. I'm not a huge soccer fan, but it's nice to see good games and people celebrating it. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. All my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue waters. Dark and dusty, painted in the skies. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. I hear her voice in the morning hour. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. I'm driving down the road. I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, one more time. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, oh, take me home, you country road. Hey! Yep, my mom liked that song too. That's right, we can celebrate while we're working towards a better day for everybody. Keep working towards equal rights, equal justice. Let's celebrate you. Let's celebrate me. Let's celebrate all the different ways that we can be. Let's celebrate all the different ways we can see the world. Let's celebrate all our lovely boys and girls. Let's celebrate hope. Let's celebrate joy. Let's celebrate all our lovely girls and boys. Let's celebrate love. Let's celebrate love. Let's celebrate you. Let's celebrate me. Let's celebrate all the different ways that we can be. Let's celebrate love and life. Let's celebrate every day that we can stay away from war and strife. Let's celebrate hope. Let's celebrate joy. Let's celebrate all our lovely girls and boys. Let's celebrate love. Let's celebrate love. That's right, we gotta keep celebrating, keep finding joy while we're working towards a better day for everybody. Keep speaking out, keep standing up for human rights right here in Santa Monica. Tell our leaders, let's make sure that everybody has the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. We can do that. Let's celebrate you. Let's celebrate me. Let's celebrate all the different ways that we can be. Let's celebrate love and life. Let's celebrate every day that we can stay away from war and strife. Let's celebrate hope. Let's celebrate joy. Let's celebrate all our lovely girls and boys. Let's celebrate love. Let's celebrate love. Let's celebrate love. One more time, everybody sing along. Here we go, go, go. Let's celebrate you. Let's celebrate me. Let's celebrate all the different ways that we can be. Let's celebrate love and life. Let's celebrate every day that we can stay away from war and strife. Let's celebrate hope. Let's celebrate joy. Let's celebrate all our lovely girls and boys. Let's celebrate love. Let's celebrate love. Let's celebrate love. Let's celebrate love. Ooh, thank you. That's right. We got to keep celebrating things. Thank you, peace. We got to keep celebrating as we move forward, keep working towards a better day for everybody. Because we haven't gotten there yet. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. Oh, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. That's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. We don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. That's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. We don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. So listen, Lord, if you want to know what the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love. That's right. So we got to keep working towards a better day. Keep speaking out. Keep standing up. Get out and vote. Use your voices. Use your votes. I hope you come tune in next Wednesday. The Santa Monica Democratic Club. Look it up online. There's going to be a debate, a forum. I will be speaking there with the other candidates for Santa Monica City Council, and I will be speaking out and standing up for human rights. I hope you all want to stand up for human rights. Keep speaking up, use your voices, use your votes, peacefully protest, so that everybody can have the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the world. And we need to stop criminalizing poverty and homelessness. Keep on getting up. Keep on speaking out. Keep on singing. it's all about. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. Don't get lost in a sea of despair. Be hopeful, be optimistic, and someday we'll get there. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. Keep on lifting up. Keep on, lend a helping hand. We can't solve every problem, but we can try to understand. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. All right, one more time here. Hey. Don't get lost in a sea of despair. Be hopeful, be optimistic. Someday we'll get there. Thank you, peace. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. Hey, hey. Thank you, peace and love.